Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live at the 2019 IRT Valentine Open here in Laurel, Maryland. I am Fabio Soto, and I'm joined here by Karen Riz at the booth. Karen, welcome.
Hi, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. We're giving Dean a little break.
Oh, so glad to have you here, Karen. So we're about to see Kane Waselenchuk, the #1 player on tour, versus Mario Mercado, the Colombian export, here in Laurel, Maryland. What are your thoughts? What are your projections? What do you think, Karen?
I'm very excited to see Mario play Kane. I've been watching him, a lot of us have been watching him for the last couple seasons, and even this season he's been playing amazing. He dives everywhere, he gets to everything. I think he's a really exciting player to watch, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do against Kane.
Yeah, and you know what, Mario Mercado, I think, is very motivated. He's very excited to be here, and not only that, he came off a great win versus Rodrigo earlier today.
He did. He played great in that match. Both of them did. And like I said, I mean, they're both up-and-coming players. They're excited, and they're exciting to watch. And it'll be, it's tough to play Kane. Everybody knows that, but it's, I hope he can show us something.
So 1-0 in the head pen scoreboard.
Kane serves an ace.
2-0.
Oh.
Kane. Drive serving Mario. Second serve was short. Kane. Serve. Mario. Point by Kane, puts it away. Wow, what compelling strength. Karen, what do you think? For example, Kane and Mario, both great athletes, obviously, but who hits the ball hardest, Kane or Mario? Speed-wise, strength.
I mean, I think Kane does. I might not be the best judge of that type of thing, but to me, Kane looks like he's always just hitting the ball as hard as he possibly can, and there's very few people I think can hit as hard as he can.
Short serve there. I talked to Kane a little while back ago. This was a couple of years back, and I asked him, "Hey, what is your mindset when you go into the court? Like, what is your thought process?" Because sometimes we focus much just only in the physical aspect, but the mentality and the psychology of a winning champion. What is it? What are your thoughts? And he said to me something that I won't forget. He said, "My initial thought is, what do I have to do to get out of that court as fast as possible? Because I want to win by any means necessary, and not only that, I want to win quick so I don't risk getting injured."
Yeah, and that's a very good point,
yeah.
Especially maybe now in his career when he's getting a little bit older. He's playing a lot of these kids. I call them kids because I'm older too. Mario, I think, is 24. And Kane is 37, I believe, or 37, 38. So I think that's a very smart philosophy, especially as you are extending your career as long as possible. That's a nice backhand by Kane right there.
What a rollout. I don't think that was even half an inch above the ground right there. Nothing that can be done there by Mario Mercado. Kane again to the service box.
And he makes it look so easy. He really does.
Short serve there.
What's amazing about watching Kane and even Rocky and Alvaro, we watch the Mario and some of the other up-and-coming kids play in the earlier rounds, and they're playing these 10, 11 tiebreakers, and basically making each other run all over the place. And then you come and face somebody like Kane, and he can still beat them pretty handily.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're excited to see Kane because last event that we had in Atlanta 2 weeks ago, unfortunately Kane couldn't attend the event, so we had that pro stop without him. Now he's back, trying to be dominant again. Now Kane didn't play this event last year.
Right, he was unable to make it last year.
7-0 timeout. We'll stay here, Karen. So let's talk about that. So last year at this event, Kane was not present. He was still injured. So, you know, he has nothing to lose, everything to gain here by adding points to his ranking.
I agree.
What
I
are your
agree.
thought process
I
on
think,
that?
No, I agree. I think that's right. I think because he was not able to make Atlanta 2 weeks ago, I think this is, for him, I would assume it's a great warm-up for the U.S. Open, which is coming up in 2 weeks. I think it's good to get a tournament under your belt before going to the most major tournament we have of the year, the Grand Slam. So I think it's great that he was able to come here, and I think he has it in his mindset that he needs to be thinking about what am I going to have to do in the Open to win that one too.
Yeah, but you know, the glass court there, the fishbowl at the U.S. Open in Minneapolis, it's his home turf. He feels at home. I think he has a fantastic record there, and again, nothing to lose here, everything to gain. Mario Mercado, you know, a young kid, again, came up by a win from Rodrigo Montoya, who's a current Pan American champion. So it's a fantastic win for him. You know, it's a great on his record. So Mario stepping in the court now.
Yeah.
Trailing
and
by
Mario
7.
had a really good Lima games as well.
Yes.
You know, down in the Pan Am Games in Lima a month ago. So he's coming off of that as well. So I think that's probably given him a lot of confidence, especially in the earlier rounds against some players who I would say are about his level. So I'm really excited to see what he does this season too.
So side out there from Mercado. Kane can't put a racket on that ball. Now Mario at the service box. 0 serving 7 on the headband scoreboard.
I think he's going to have to go for every serve on the first serve to try to get an easy point if possible.
Seeing shot there, Kane.
Now there's an opportunity here. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. A good way smart to cut it off. Try to catch Kane off balance.
So point there by Mario Mercado. Getting on the board here. 1 serving 7 in the headband scoreboard. Mario very focused and concentrated. Mario again.
Nice shot. Great forehand. It started with a good serve. Kane couldn't, let the serve up just a little bit to allow Mario into that point, and he took advantage of it.
So Mario in the lime green shirt, Kane in the white with stripes. Oh, screen serve, looks like it won't.
Doing a replay?
Replay. Hashtag just a replay. I think you're right, Karen. I think in the first serve, Mario has to go for it.
He tries a Z there, and it works.
Wow. Did that skip before? Yes, it did.
It skipped way back here by Kane's feet.
Wow.
Unfortunately. But see, he tried a different serve there. He went for a Z. And he tried another
Mario.
serve. He's mixing up the serve. I think that's very smart.
Very smart. Very, very smart. Mario. Kane. Low legs. Mario scores another point. So 5 serving 7 in the headpin scoreboard. Wow, surprise right there, Karen, I must admit.
It is. It's rare that somebody gets 3 or 4 points in a row off of Kane. But again, I think he is smart mixing up his serves, trying to keep him a little off balance.
Yes. You got to go for it on the first try.
Here's a second serve.
See the shot there. Mario going for it. Kane skipping a sitting shot.
Cross-court shot. Made Kane have to step back for that one.
So 6 serving 7 in the headpin scoreboard. Mario Mercado looking like a fish in the water.
Second serve, just short.
Nick serve there. Kane going for it. Mario can't get on it.
Good returner serve there.
Now Kane.
Kane's back in the service box. Let's see how he responds to Mario getting 5 points in a row.
Well, listen, I mean, I've seen Kane when he gets so many points on him. If it happens, he comes out really aggressive. His best weapon is always his serve. Let's see what he does. Wow. Good shot there.
Good forehand down the line. Mario looks out the crowd a little bit. I think he thought it might have skipped, but he does not appeal it.
Yeah, Mario's got his team with him. He got his camp. So if there's any controversy, if he wants to appeal, he's going to look at his camp first.
Which makes sense. You only get a certain number of appeals. You don't want to waste them.
Of course.
Especially if he is able to keep it close. Such a good shot by Kane. He makes those look so easy, and they're not. He's short hopping it.
So 9 serving 6 now on the headpin scoreboard. And Kane, of course, being coached by Coach Jim Winterton. Point there by Kane Waselenchuk.
Mario has to get the return deeper. Kane didn't even almost have to step to make that kill shot.
So speaking of Kane and Coach Winterton, we're going to have a pro stop in Arizona later next month, I think, from October 24th to 27th in Tempe.
We are.
Arizona.
We're very, very excited to go out to Arizona for that pro stop. It should be really exciting to be out there.
The IRT hasn't been there in a while, so we're very excited to finally get to Arizona.
I agree.
But I'm excited to go to Arizona, but not in the summer, though.
Nope. Well, that's good. We're going at the end of October. It should be perfect weather.
Yeah, we don't want the 120-degree weather in Arizona.
No. I was in Albuquerque for the World Seniors at the end of August, and it's kind of the same idea. It's hot and dry and very hot, but fun. Yeah, no, October in Arizona should be really nice.
Kane Waselenchuk with that lob serve. Mario. Back ball, Kane going for it. And he does. And he gets it.
It was basically a setup forehand for Kane.
So 12 serving 6 in the headpin scoreboard. Karen, so Kane is up by 6 points. What is the first adjustment that Mario needs to do right now?
I mean, it's tough if Kane is serving well. That, I mean, puts him on the offensive so much. Like I said, I think if he can get his returns deeper, and he definitely needs to take advantage of a second serve.
Back wall there.
Good get. Oh, that's a nice shot. Am I allowed to clap from here?
Kane is appealing the shot if it was a get or not, and it was.
The line judges agreed with him. I thought it was as well.
Yes, I did. You know, Kane loses an appeal. Both the line judges agree with the main referee, Scott McClellan. Line judge on the left, Rodrigo Montoya. Line judge on the right, Gerardo Franco, both from Mexico. Kane. I wouldn't exactly call that a setup, but I would exactly call that a kill.
Yes, I would too. And that's new for this season. After a couple of seasons of using the video replay for appeals, we're now back to using line judges.
Just like international play.
Just like international play. So we now have an expanded number of things that the players can appeal. They can pretty much appeal almost anything. There's a few things you can't appeal, but pretty much appeal almost anything. And this is the second stop we're doing that at. We did it in Atlanta. And it seems to be working out pretty well so far. I think the players like it.
Ooh, Kane skipping that shot. Unforced error. And as you can hear, Karen, Mario Mercado has quite the crowd and quite the people cheering for him.
He does. I think people want to see a good game. They want to see. I think they really enjoy watching the players from around the world. We have a lot of them here from a lot of different countries, and it's amazing. And I think people appreciate the depth of the tour right now, and all these young players starting to come out on their own.
Oh yeah, and you know, not only that, I've talked to Mario, and I've known him for a couple of years now, and he's a really nice guy. He's a really nice person, and you know, he's the type of guy that sticks around to watch pro matches too. He doesn't just play and leave. He really likes to be here and sit around and talk. Plus, he's from the Colombian national team, and we got a lot of Colombian players here playing.
We do.
Point there
We
for
do, and I
Waselenchuk.
love it. And I do agree. They're all, you know, they're all really just nice guys and polite. You know,
Yeah.
just really good kids.
So
and
let's give a shout out to Guti from Colombia, president of the Colombian Racquetball Federation.
Yes.
Guti, we salute you all the way from Laurel, Maryland.
Oh! All right. I hope you guys saw that because
Wow.
that ball just went in about 5 different pieces.
So the first broken ball of the match.
They
ladies
might
and
have to
gentlemen.
sweep the court for that one because that just shattered. I don't think I've ever seen a ball quite do that.
That is not a broken ball. That's a destroyed ball right there.
Remember we were talking about who hits the ball the hardest?
Yeah.
We have, you know, Head Pen is our official ball. So they're not only our scoreboard sponsor, they are the official ball of the IRT, the WROR, the USAR, and the LPRT. They're the industry leader in all things racquetball. Check them out at head.com/racquetball. We have a new one. Hopefully that one won't shatter too. So there again, we talked earlier, Mario has to get that returner serve deeper and to either side.
So
You hit it right back to him again.
So first match point for Kane Waselenchuk. I mean, sorry, game point for Kane Waselenchuk.
Yep.
14 serving 6 now. Mario, sitting shot there. Kane.
And there it is.
Wow, there you go.
Overhand kill. Game 1.
So game 1 goes to Kane Waselenchuk, 15 serving 6, and we'll be back for this second game. Karen Grizz from Fabio Soto. We'll be back shortly. We'll go to quick break.
You don't have to be the best to be trained by the best. Fran Davis coaches racquetball's greatest professional players. Fran Davis wants to train you. No matter what level of play you are, Fran Davis Racquetball is a proven system to help you win on the court. Check out her book, her DVD, her iPhone and iPad apps, or work with her in person to build your own racquetball dream house. Check her out online at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live in Laurel, Maryland at the 2019 Valentine Open. I am Fabio Soto, and with me tonight at the booth, Karen Grizz. Karen, what are your thoughts on this first game between Kane Waselenchuk, the #1 player on tour, and Mario Mercado, Colombia's export?
You know, I think it was good. I think it was a good showcase for Mercado. Again, you know, I think Mario now needs to figure out what worked and what didn't work here. I think, he needs to be strong on his serves. He needs to work on his return a little more. And he just needs to try to keep getting Kane off his balance, which is obviously very hard to do.
So Mario starts off with the serve.
And he hits a good serve there.
Skip ball there
Right in
by
the corner.
Kane Waselenchuk. So Mario Mercado gets on the board first, 1 serving 0 in the Head Pen scoreboard.
All right, did you know that WearRollout.com is the official apparel sponsor of the IRT? Rollout offers a complete line of IRT and other lifestyle racquetball clothing. We get a side out, but check out Wear Rollout. If you use the code IRT Maryland this weekend, you will save 10%. So check out Wear Rollout. It is the go-to source for racquetball clothing worldwide. Support the official apparel sponsor of the IRT.
Kane Waselenchuk. Wow. Great running
good.
right there. Mario.
Mario
Wow.
hits a nice kill forehand from 39 feet, which is what
Impressive.
he needs to do.
Impressive
What he
kill there
needs to
by
do.
Mario Mercado. See, that's the attitude. That's the thing that I love. Not give up. Just keep going forward. Keep pushing forward.
You know, I I think part of that is that he really probably feels like he has nothing to lose. He's playing the #1 player in the world. He's playing the best player that the IRT has ever seen. And, you know, why not go out there and take every shot? Might as well.
Yeah. So 0 serving 1 on the headpan scoreboard. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Karen. You got to go for broke here when you're playing a #1 player on tour. And, you know, what I love about these young kids like Mario Mercado is that they play with less pressure because they know they have their work cut out for them. So you see,
a nice
Mario
backhand right there.
Mario Mercado again siding out. It's good for Mario.
And he looked nice and calm while he was doing it too. It was very easy.
As long as Mario realizes that he has to have control of the court, going in center front, getting good court positioning, the rest is easier for him.
I agree.
Mario. Kane. Wow.
Kane's been hitting that forehand down the line shot very consistently and very well. He's gotten a lot of points off of that so far in this match.
And how different is the sound of the ball when Kane hits it than other players? Even the sound of it, right?
It is, yeah. It's the sound of it. You can see it if you watch. That was an amazing backhand by Mario. I'm sitting right on the line where Kane's hitting his forehand, and you can just see the ball curve in and out, both ways, as it's going in and out. Hopefully the fans can see that online.
Mario Mercado serving Kane. Good serve
nice
there.
Backhand.
What a better return of serve from Kane.
That was an amazing return of serve. He was really patient with it. He waited for it to come off the wall and low. He was perfectly set up for it. Let's give a shout out to Gearbox. IRT wants to give a special thanks to Gearbox for being one of our inside industry partners. Check out all the latest and innovative equipment from
Gearbox.com.
Gearbox supports not only the sport of racquetball, but many athletes as well. You can see it on their gear. Check them out online today, www.gearboxsports.com.
So broken ball #2.
Yep. That's more than we've seen in most of the matches. They've been breaking occasionally throughout the weekend, but not
Wow.
very much.
Mario.
That was an amazing backhand by Mario right there.
Oh, Mario Mercado fired up.
I think he's listening to us, and we said he had to have a better return of serve.
Well, you know what? Not only that, listen, he may have lost the first game, but what I love about Mario is that it doesn't matter to him. He's playing with his head up front. Like nothing ever happened. Kane from the back, set for Mario. Mario down the line, Kane going for it. Mario.
Oh.
Wow. Little plum right there, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, it bounced just enough to not come off the back wall to give him a shot.
Down the line, Kane Waselenchuk siding out. So 0 serving 1 in the headpan scoreboard. Kane Waselenchuk still yet to go on the board. Will that change right now with this serve, Karen?
I think it will.
Short?
Short serve? We'll see. Kane doesn't like to be out of the lead for very long, usually. So he went for that serve. See what he can do on the second serve.
Mario Mercado going for it. Kane. Wow, behind the legs. Wow, Mario Mercado, what great defense for Mario Mercado. Props to him.
It was an amazing get. He stayed with it. What I like about him, I think he's really good at anticipating where the ball's going to go, and he's on the move all the time. He's always moving. He's never standing still. It's a screen serve.
Mario Mercado, of course, sponsored by Head Racquetball. Mario.
That's a nice backhand pinch right there.
So Mario
Please
Mercado.
support our nonprofits. We have Rafa House. Their mission is to end trafficking and sexual exploitation of children through aftercare for survivors, prevention for the vulnerable, and awareness for all. RafaHouse.org.
Well, pump right there by Mario. Kane taking care of it. 0 serving 2 in the headpan scoreboard.
See if Kane tries a different serve or if he sticks with the same one. Goes for the backhand again, short again. And see if he makes a little adjustment to that serve in the next time he's in the box. Mario goes for that again. Goes for a big shot right there. It worked for him the last time he was receiving.
So now Kane Waselenchuk on the board. 1 serving 2 in the headpan scoreboard. Kane, of course, sponsored by Procanics.
Serve is called short.
And what about, we're talking about Kane and his legacy, Karen. The racket that he's using is a special edition racket that has a signature name on it, which is awesome. Not every player can say that.
No, they can't. And he's had a special racket. I'm not sure for how many years, but for quite a number of years with Procanics. Every year they change the design a little. And yeah, I mean, he deserves it. He's earned it, and he plays with what he wants to play with, and he has a say in how it's where the weight is on it. How heavy it is.
Mario Mercado, ceiling shot there. Kane Waselenchuk. Wow.
I might have to use a Dean phrase in there and call that one a flatty.
what was that, Karen? I think you had a better vantage point than me. What was that, please? Tell us.
That was a flatty. That was an over-the-shoulder backhand flatty. That's a shout out to Dean. He's taking a little break here. Had to say it once.
He coined the phrase. It's his.
It is his phrase. I stole it for 1 point.
Kane, ceiling shot there. Set up for Mercado. Mercado. A little too much heat there.
Cut that off. Yep.
A little too much heat there. Should have waited probably to bounce back from the back wall.
Yeah, it almost looked like I think it was a little higher than he was expecting, and I think it might have hit him if he didn't. Like he might not have enough time to get out of the way. So a little defense, putting the racket up there.
So 2 serving 3 in the headpan scoreboard.
It's a short serve.
Now Kane leading this match by 1 point. Mario Mercado needs to make some adjustments here. Kane, set up from the back.
He goes cross court that time.
Wow.
Talked a little bit earlier about how he was going down the line a lot on that forehand. This time he changed it up and went cross court.
Very effective. Keeping it simple,
Yep.
Well, there was nothing simple about that shot in the backhand. From nothing.
No, that backhand shot was one for the ages, I think. We'll need a highlight reel for that one.
So Kane gets called a short serve. Loses the appeal.
Stands.
One judge agreed, the other disagreed. So second serve. Serving 2. Mario Mercado gets a setup from Kane. Kane,
That's a
back
good
wall.
reach for him.
What a good get right there. Kane.
And
Mario.
an excellent reach for Mario there. Another good get there by Mario. He's not going to get that one, though.
Down
Perfect
the line. Keep it simple.
Perfect
Keep it
down
real.
the line backhand.
Keep it
He
simple.
waited,
Keep
he
it real.
waited until he had the right shot and then took advantage of it.
So 4 serving 2, Kane Waselenchuk. Trying to get away from Mario Mercado. So we want to remind everybody watching, after this match, we have the last quarterfinal match of the evening, which is Sebastián Franco versus Alejandro Landa.
I'm looking forward to that one. I think that has the potential to be really close. Sebastian is playing really
gets
well.
a skip called. Referee disagrees, referee agrees. So it's a point.
Our first 2 matches of the night were amazing as well, going to tiebreakers.
So 5 serving 2. And the winner of this match takes on the winner of the next match that I mentioned between Sebastián Franco and Alejandro Landa. So winner of this match goes to semifinals tomorrow.
What's your prediction for that match?
For the following match, I think Alejandro Landa is going to win. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Kane Waselenchuk, second serve. To Mario Mercado, gets lob. Mario gives Kane a setup. Mario. Kane going for it, unfortunately. skip ball.
He was a little jammed there. He tried to hit it too close to his body.
So tomorrow at 11 a.m. we got Samuel Murray versus Rocky Carson, the first semifinal. And then after that, the next semifinal, which is yet to be resolved. And we want to remind everybody, tomorrow at 7 p.m. we will have the final. So semifinals and final tomorrow, Saturday, here in Laurel, Maryland.
Yes. Excited for the Saturday final. We're going to have a big party here Saturday night with all the amateurs. That was a good try by Mario there. He took a big dive but couldn't quite get there. We're going to have a Service Master towel timeout.
Service Master Restore, Mr. Frank Catalano.
Yep.
Our towel timeout sponsor. And yes, Mario Mercado is cleaning the court with a shirt. Have no doubt.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. We want to thank Reaching Your Dream Foundation, another one of our nonprofits. Their mission is to support young athletes from around the world with needed resources to achieve success both on and off the court, to develop successful careers in sports and life. We want to thank RYDF for all of their support for many of our racquetball players here on the IRT Tour.
2 serving 5 in the headpin
All
scoreboard.
right, Mario got back in the
Mercado.
box. Let's see if he can take advantage with a good first serve. That was a nice rollout right there. I was almost going to say his serve was a little too short and a little too out. I was afraid Kane was going to kill it, but he gave him an opportunity there. Take advantage of it.
Mario gets set up from Kane. Mario.
Oh,
Skip
that
ball.
was close.
Mario gets a point.
I think one of the tough things about Kane,
Mario
as it
gets
always has been, is that you think you're going to have a kill shot, and then Kane's right there. His anticipation is so good, and he's so fast.
But the crowd is in Mario's favor, it seems. Every time he gets a point, people cheer.
I think people like rooting for an underdog. Kane obviously has many, many fans around the world. Everybody loves watching him play. But everybody does like an underdog story, too.
Oh, yeah, but Kane definitely has a lot of fans. A lot of people asking us when we want to transmit the matches, and we'll hope to see Kane next year in Bolivia at the American Iris 2020. And we're going to have also a pro stop in Mexico. Chihuahua, Chihuahua.
Oh, that was a good shot. That was actually an amazing shot by Kane, but unfortunately for him, Mario was right there to return it.
So 4 serving 5 in the headpin scoreboard. Mario Mercado, Colombian player.
I think Mario seems really focused right now, which is good. Again, that's the serve. It was the same as the last one, but Kane adjusted it a little bit and hit a kill shot. Mario can't have that serve come off the wall like that. It just sets Kane up. It needs to be deeper, in my opinion.
Kane. Skip ball there by Mario Mercado. Point for Kane Waselenchuk. So 6 serving 4, Mario Mercado trailing by 2 here. It's still early in this second game.
Short serve.
But he has to keep pushing the envelope, Karen.
I agree. I agree. He has to keep trying. Even if he skips some, he has to keep going for it.
Broken ball number,
Broken ball number 3,
ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
that's a record for this tournament so far. Again, you asked who hits it harder. Who hits it hardest on the tour? I think we have our answer.
So 6 serving 4 again. Kane Waselenchuk.
He goes for the Z serve that time, which
Wow.
gets answered by Mario with a kill in the corner. It's a beautiful shot. Four, 6.
Mario Mercado in the box. Mario.
And he gets an ace serve.
Skip. Point for Mario. Is
That was
only
a perfect serve. Crack out on the side.
only trailing by 1 now. 5 serving 6 in the headpin scoreboard.
Okay. He's continuing to change it up. It was short, but he did go to the other side after the ace.
That's very wise of him.
Beforehand.
I totally agree that is a good pace for Mario. There you go. Mario ties it up at 6.
That's a rare unforced error by Kane.
Yeah.
The serve was okay, but it wasn't.
Mario, effective. 6-6.
Goes back to the forehand. Set up for Kane. That's a good get. That's a nice shot, an off-pace shot. That's a smart shot to me, going off-pace.
It is.
Kane's hitting the ball as hard as he possibly can.
I got to hand it to Mario. He's handling himself really, really well. He has one more point than he did in the previous match, in the previous game.
Good. It's another good serve.
Point for Mario Mercado. 8 serving 6. Now trailing by 2. Kane Waselenchuk.
Let's see if he goes again to the forehand again after another point. He does.
Set up there.
Kane put up. He's not going to get that one. Kane put up his 2 fingers, but I think it was a little half-hearted. I think he didn't really believe himself. But it looked like a good get by Mario.
Kane.
Short serve.
Mario getting set up over there. Kane keeping it alive.
Oh.
Too much heat there.
It's a good cross court. I think Kane was looking for a pinch. For some kind of Z shot, and he just did the back to the basics, wide angle.
Still 8 serving 6. The headpin scoreboard. Who will be the first to score? Mario Mercado to the serve.
Short serve. But he changed it up again after a couple serves to the forehand side. He goes back to the backhand. He does a lob serve forehand, giving Kane the opportunity to splat it out. Kane's going to take a timeout. We're going to timeout.
So Kane takes a timeout, and we'll be back. We'll take a short break here and be back on IRT Live. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here live in the second game of Kane Waselenchuk versus Mario Mercado at the 2019 Valentine Open here at the International Racquetball Tour. I am Fabio Soto, and joining me at the booth tonight is Karen Grizz. Karen, what do you think about this timeout that Kane asked for?
You know, I think it was probably smart for him. They've been going back and forth without anybody getting too many points for a while. So I think it's a good time to do that, just to regroup a little bit. You know, maybe he was thinking about his serves a little bit. He's been missing a lot of his first serves.
Yeah, and the time was well structured because he got a point right now. So 7 serving 8, and the headpin score. Points
Skip
again.
shot on the forehand would have been a good opportunity.
See now 8 serving 8. See, so that timeout was beneficial for Kane Waselenchuk. He's now tied up the match, 8-8 apiece. Maybe this is where he pushes the gas, Karen.
That wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, when you start going around and not getting any points after a while, I think you want to change something up. You want to try to shake it up a little bit, and maybe that's what Kane was doing, giving himself a little mental fun. Like you said, he wants to get out of here as fast as possible. And staying at 6-8 for a long time is not getting there as fast as possible. That's a good shot. That's a smart shot to me for Kane, going back to the backhand twice when Mario was just getting back into position. He was leaning a little bit away that second time because was trying to get back in the middle.
So now Kane up, leading back again in this second game, 9 serving 8.
So as you said, very good timeout.
Wow.
It's a nice kill shot by Kane.
Will we have broken ball number 4, Karen?
We may. We may. Mario's going to take a timeout here. Mario's taking a timeout.
Timeout by Mario. So let's stay here, Karen.
Okay.
So what do you think? So that timeout did work for Kane.
It did. He got 5 points in a row, right? It was 8-6. He got 5 points in a row, so I think this is a good timeout for Mario. I might have done it at 10, just after the 4 points, but I think he needed to try to slow Kane down. It seems like Kane was able to really refocus after that timeout. That's probably why he took it.
Well, he's putting his foot on the gas now, so he's getting separated there. And I think he is focused and wants to keep the lead, and I think he probably will not lose it. So we'll see what Mario does right now. He asked for a timeout. He's regrouping himself. Who knows? Maybe we'll see another shift in momentum, just to keep it exciting, because definitely we want to see a tiebreaker.
We always want to see tiebreakers. We love tiebreakers here at the IRT. But I think you're right. Kane is really hard to come back against when he has the lead, and I think it's a good timeout for Mario. Try to cool off the server a little bit, maybe get him to miss a first serve. I think what just happened there is Kane, was making his first serves now. He stopped missing his first serves. So was it 10-8? Okay.
So 10 serving 8, Kane Waselenchuk to the service box.
Let's see if Mario can get the side out here after timeout. All right, well, he's at least made Kane hit a second serve.
Kane with that second serve there, lob for Mario. Mario shooting. Unfortunately, Mario missing, skipping shot right there, and Kane another point adding to his arsenal. 11 serving 8 now. Slowly but surely, Karen.
He is, but I do like that Mario still took that shot. That was the shot that was getting him points this year. I know he missed it, but I'd rather him try to make those shots than start trying to play defensive, because that certainly won't work against Kane. I think he needs to keep being aggressive, even if he does, skip it one.
Kane, a great pass shot right there. Mario gets to the back wall. Mario.
That was so close by Mario. That was an amazing
kept it
turnaround. He stopped on a dime and flipped his body.
Oh, yeah.
We have a great crowd here tonight. Thank all the players for coming out and watching. We want to thank Tracy Valentine and Imani Valentine for running this tournament. They're great hostesses. We're here at SportFit Total Fitness Club, and it's just amazing. It's a great venue to watch. We can watch when we have 4 matches going on. People can watch all 4 matches at the same time. And we have a huge crowd here watching tonight. It's packed in here, and it's nice and loud. I love it.
So we got our first match point, Karen.
Yes,
14,
we do.
14 serving 8. Kane Waselenchuk to the serve, trying to finish off Mario Mercado. Mario.
And that's a great serve right there, and that is match. So Kane wins 15-6, 15-8. A valiant effort by Mario Mercado.
My hat's off to Mario Mercado, because great effort. He has the crowd on his side. Congratulations to Mario Mercado for a great match. And Kane Waselenchuk advances to the semifinals tomorrow at noon, waiting for the winner of the next match, which is Sebastian Franco and Alejandro Landa. We want to thank everybody for joining us for this match. Karen Gris, thank you very much for joining us in the booth this evening.
No problem. Thank you for having us, and hopefully we will see everybody again in about 15 or 20 minutes for our last quarterfinal of the evening. We have Sebastian Franco and Alejandro Landa. So for Fabio Soto and Pablo Frac in the production booth, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you shortly for the next and final quarterfinal match here on IRT Live.
You don't have to be the best to be trained by the best. Fran Davis coaches Racquetball's greatest professional players. Fran Davis wants to train you. No matter what level of play you are, Fran Davis Racquetball is a proven system to help you win on the court. Check out her book, her DVD, her iPhone and iPad apps, or work with her in person to build your own Racquetball dream house. Check her out online at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
My name is Bobby Horn, or David Horn, as some might know me as.
Oh my goodness.
Get.
The Reaching Dream Foundation's helped me out a lot in the last, I mean, for as long as I can remember, really.
Oh, too good.
This sport has taken me to a place that I never thought I would be before.